Hey everybody, my name is Brandon Scott and welcome to the Fandom Pastor, which can be found on our YouTube channel, Facebook page, or podcast. The Fandom Pastor is for all of us who love our fandoms and our faith. Fandoms are anything that somebody has a deep love for. Harry Potter, Broadway musicals, cult films, to name just a few. Join the Fandom Pastor as we see how God is connected to it all. And don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.
Hey everybody, this is Pastor Brandon with our next episode of the Fandom Pastor. We are actually finishing up our series entitled Lessons from the Arcade. Our clue from last time is that this game was based on a 90s cartoon about four unique brothers and their equally unique mentor slash father. Now I'm sure you can guess we are talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade game. Uh, as I mentioned before, I spent more than a few hours at the local mall in the arcade, and I have no idea how many quarters I pumped into these machines. But of course, they have kind of come back. There's a lot of bars and other places where arcade games are kind of making they're coming back to life, as it were. Now, as I mentioned, I pumped a lot of quarters into these machines, and I think this might have been the one I spent the most quarters on. This was a great game. It was a 4-player, so you can play with 3 other friends, and we could play as all 4 turtles all at once. I mean, it was a phenomenal game. There were so many different levels and stages, and especially if you're a big fan of the cartoon like I was, you had so many different characters from the cartoons that were showing up. It was wonderful. The problem was, like many arcade games, this was designed as a quarter eater. It was designed for you to get addicted to it. And you get so addicted to playing, to continuing on, to winning the game, you keep pumping in quarter after quarter. Now, I can say I officially beat this game when I was younger, but at what cost? I honestly can't tell you how much I spent on this game, but it was a lot. And it was way too much. I spent way too much money on this arcade game because I got addicted. Ephesians 5:15 says, "Look carefully then how you walk, not as unwise, but as wise." Especially as we're younger, and human beings have a tendency to have an addictive personality, we get sucked into all sorts of addictions, all sorts of personal desires that are not wise. We spend more money than we need to be spending. We spend more money than we have. And we go into debt, and we focus on so much of our own personal pleasure that we are very much walking unwisely. So, as you go through life, consider the places you're spending your time, your talent, and your money. Is it wise? Is it the best use of those resources that God has given you? Are you walking wisely? Are you being foolish? Don't be like I was. Again, it was fun. I enjoyed it, but it was way too much money to just win an arcade game. At the time, it seemed important, but as I look back now, I think it really wasn't that big a deal. Because I honestly can't tell you how I played, how it all worked out. I can look online and see videos of what the game looked like, but personally, I can't tell you all of those different pieces. So just something to think about. So here's our clue for next time. Next time, we are going to start a whole new series on toys of the 80s. And the clue is that this toy has speed competitions, and the world record for solving this toy is 3.13 seconds. Thanks, God bless, and see you next time.